Hello everybody, sorry about that, my microphone was off at the start, I don't know why that is, but welcome to this stream. My name is Tonebinder, and this is the second installment in a series of streams where I take old maps in Ancient Warfare 3 that have perhaps not had a full refit with all the modern mechanics of the game, and I take these old maps and I renovate them. So that's what I'm going to be doing on this stream. I did one before, and this will be the sequel. However, before I get started into that, I'm currently hanging out in my headquarters region, which is the Beach House world, and I'm going to be posting the link to this stream in all of the usual places before we get started. Looks like Amazed has put it in the right place on the JNI server, so thank you very much for that, Amazed. And I'm also going to get in touch with Ravmar about that too, and maybe Celestia as well. Celestia moderates these chats for me while I'm streaming, because unfortunately I'm no longer able to self-moderate due to my new system preventing me from deleting messages. I'm just going to send a message saying streaming now if you want to join, and we'll see if he ends up turning up. Fine either way. Hello Amazed, SV, Daniel, and Antonio. Welcome guys. We've got a nice little crew here at the start. Let me turn on the chat so I can read it while I'm in game. As you can see, I'm currently in the Beach House world, but we're also going to be making some updates to the new region of the Beach House world, which is the Arena Plateau, which we started looking at in yesterday's stream. So yeah, I guess what I'm going to do is probably just leave the Beach House world. The next real update to the Beach House lore is going to be in the next variety stream, which should either be tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. So we're not going to be advancing the story of the Beach House world today, because we're doing a more hyper-focused renovation stream. And the map that we have on tap for today, and we may end up doing more than this, but it depends on how long it takes. The map we have on tap for today is Osiris Station, which has been made by Glorious Eagle. So we're going to be taking a look at that. This is a map that I have played before. And it's sort of a 2-minute, I think it's very short, infinite defense map that takes place in a space station. So we'll get a full playthrough of it to see the before, and so we can compare it to the after. But I'm noticing there's lots of new content out there in the workshop, which I'm definitely really looking forward to checking out in my next variety stream. But we're going to be going back to the past today with Osiris Station by Eagle. You can see 568 days ago this was made, so let's load it in the editor. I know I didn't post my prefab in the server, but I uploaded a base for the second Beach House world. Oh, I believe I saw that, Antonio. I'm pretty sure I saw that because I'm following you on Steam, so that's cool. Hello Jacob, welcome to the stream. I'm currently loading up Osiris Station by Eagle, because that's going to be the target of our, target makes it sound negative, the focus of our renovations on today's renovation stream, episode 2 of the renovation series. I guess we have to go this way to up the quality. Working on a realistic Normandy field map. That's nice, Daniel. There's certainly been a lot of those out there. But I did check out very briefly your what's it called? Trench map, and it looked very interesting. I haven't played it though. I'm going to save that for a variety stream. I have a few prefabs that might help speed things for you. Oh, awesome, SV. What are they called? Are you planning on looking at Steam Wars? I always thought Steam Wars was a passive map thing, SV. If there's actual gameplay behind it, I will absolutely take a look at it. But anyway, here we go, folks. We're gonna focus on this for the next 2 minutes. Osiris Station, defending our station against invaders. So you can see we're out in space, and something I may do is change the setting of it, depending on if Eagle approves, because this is awfully close to a night map for me, and you're gonna have to tell me how this sounds. I haven't really adjusted the audio since the previous stream, so I assume it's still fine, but you'll have to let me know how this is all sounding for you. Anyways, you can see our soldiers are going down very fast. We have to hold our ground against these soldiers. It's possible I will do a slight change of the setting on this renovation, and it's Eagle gave me permission to renovate this map, of course. But if he wants me to take the map down after I upload it, I certainly can. You can just edit custom units and implement the Osiris guys for Scodian squad. Oh, like smarter units? Okay. I'm pretty sure I have a global script for something like that, but I still could do that. I'm going to stay hidden behind this shield. Still have a minute left, and I don't think we're going to survive. Yep, I don't know if we can do this, guys. We're taking a lot of incoming fire here. Uh-oh. 2 health. 2 health. I have nothing. Throw out a grenade. Maybe? I don't think we're going to get them. I think we're pretty much doomed. I have to use these guys as shields. The only thing keeping us alive right now is this force field. Yeah, okay. Quite difficult to survive. Something I did remember from Osiris Station. We'll give it another shot, because I would like to be able to play it all the way through in order to get an idea of the gameplay for the whole section. But yeah, we'll take a look at that one more time. Retry. The passive Steam Wars maps have custom scripted explosions when you press play. Okay, that is cool, but even so, there's still not very much to talk about with a passive map. I still could take a look at them and just see if it's going to be, you know, something that will have a meat of discussion behind it, but I have a feeling it might not be, unfortunately. It's still a cool concept, but some things you just can't really take much away from other than that looks nice, you know? I'm working on a playable version of my Steam Wars map. Oh, that's cool, SV. Okay. Hold our ground here. So yeah, the outer defenses go down very quickly. This is sort of a very, in my opinion, kind of a visceral and like realistic almost battle. Despite it taking place obviously in this far future, people go down very quickly. You know, people are fragile in this. So very interesting. On both sides too. I think really the best place to hang out is going to be behind this shield. Oh wow, that guy went down fast. Hold them back. No. Steam Wars is more about the lore, which is focused on the server. Well, I joined the Steam Wars server a while back, SV, and I just got spammed with people like doing the wave thing, and it was a ping every time. I got like dozens of them, so I left. I mean, if you think it's calmed down now since then, I will absolutely rejoin and take a look at that lore, but that was not a great experience for me. It was like Fleck in third. I was like, I don't want to be pinged constantly, so I left. Anyways, we'll give this one more shot, but after that I think we'll be doing some renovation. We'll get into that. Ravmar said, what are we going to be renovating next? We have a list of things to play through, not in order of them, though. I don't really think we could renovate a Steam Wars map because there's no gameplay to begin with. I kind of wanted to modify the gameplay, but not change it on these renovation maps. The server has calmed down. Okay, yes, I'll rejoin after the stream then, if you can get me a link. Can you try my trench experience and make a review on Steam? Sure. Daniel, did you mean Steam or stream? Either way, I could do either. I could do either. But yes, I looked very briefly at your trench experience map, and it was a cool concept for it. So I was piqued my interest, but I didn't want to play it until I was on stream. So the waves have calmed down to like 2. Okay, that's acceptable compared to like 30. If we can keep this thing alive, actually, it'll take a lot of fire for us. It went down very fast at the beginning of the previous attempt. Oh, and went down fast again. Now we have to hide behind this shield yet again. What's that? Oh, I thought that was going to be a grenade launcher, but I was incorrect. Use the machine gun. Hold them all back. We must have both flanks stay alive. Yeah, see, it just collapses down into this kernel of resistance here, which you're not really able to do to hold very effectively when we're getting attacked from both sides. So these attackers use very good strategies, to be sure. It's quite a difficult map, but I'm going to be giving it a bit of a modern makeover with some of the new mechanics that exist in Ancient Warfare 3 today. You watched the video? I did watch the video, Daniel. At least I watched a bit of it. I actually had to leave and go somewhere a couple of hours ago, but I'm back now. I didn't get a notification. Oh, that's weird, Isaac. I always post them in the videos channel of the JNI server. But you can see here we are at Osiris Station. I was thinking of changing it to be like a mountainside station rather than up in space, just because this space environment for me isn't always my favorite. I don't know why. It's difficult for me. It's also difficult to do on YouTube too. You don't really you're not able to really communicate to people the more minor changes, or not minor, but subtle changes you're making, which would be more obvious with more light. Welcome to the stream, Swagman. I did see your new map. It'll be on my list for the next variety stream. Yes, the Apocalypse competition will be finishing soon. I haven't gotten many more submissions, so I do hope people are getting close to finishing there. You have 5 more days. If you want to update me on that, feel free to do so. But let's take a look now at Osiris Station. Really, the main gameplay of this map is centered around this one room. So I think what we're going to want to do is maybe have a section beforehand where the player has to retreat back. Yeah, so I think what I want to do is put a scripted wall here where there's like force fields around these doorways, and the player has to run in here while the force fields are still up. But then when the player gets in here, they come down, and then we get that defense. But the defense will be slightly more balanced. There'll be a bit more of a back and forth, rather than the enemy just bearing down on us unstoppably. You know, I don't actually want to have an invisible wall here. I want to have fog and an invisible wall, so actually I can keep the invisible wall. Okay, fog area. I want to have a completely dense fog here that the player is unable to see through. So, where'd the fog go? Oh yeah, there it is, okay. Intensity should be at maximum, and the color should be black. But it looks like it's kind of sticking through the wall here a little bit. It's a bit hard to tell. We're going to make this one invisible and see how the fog looks. Okay, so yeah, that's the kind of thing I want, but I don't want it to be black. I want it to be like blue or something like that, to be more like a force field. So let's find the selector in here. And I think one thing we want to do is slightly push it in. There we go. And change it to be maybe blue or something along those lines. How does that look? So you'll have to let me know what you think about that. I might actually make it a little bit thinner so it's not so huge. Like a force field wouldn't be this wide. It would be like a foot thick maybe. So I'll grab that, and then the handles. These handles are somewhat hard to use. I'm going to be honest. There could possibly be a little more of an intuitive way to to edit the size of these things. Do you have a dog? I don't actually have a dog, Antonio. Do you intend on using my Scodian squad? I don't have it subscribed, and I don't know if I can get a. Actually, no, I can't. I could get a prefab, but I'm gonna have to see if it works for my intents and purposes, because I feel like it could be easier to just use a global script. But I'll take a look at it anyways. So I just have to very slowly make this thing thinner to represent the force field. It's not really working very well. Not at all. Somewhat difficult system of using fog in this game. I like it a little bit thinner. Just a little bit. So yeah, the point of this is to be a force field. Although I suppose, you know, the invisible wall might actually be a fine force field on its own. We wouldn't necessarily need to have both. Let's take a look and compare. Invisible wall will be colored and it'll be blue. Let's see. Let's see how that looks. That actually looks pretty good. Like I'll get rid of the fog. I think we just need the invisible wall. Yeah. All right. And the yeah, there's the handle. I may not join as I don't really have a playful mind. The only thing that comes up is the infected from the yellow campaign. Oh, I'm not sure what you're referring to, Antonio, but all right. Fog editors are the bane of my existence. I can see why, Swagman. That was pretty brutal. That took up more time than I was expecting it to. But one of these doorways is going to be, we're going to remove the enemies from, and we're going to turn it into a hallway that you have to kind of fall back down. It's going to be a defense in depth is something that I think I'm going to use here. The idea being that the player is falling back to multiple different strong points and holding off the enemy for a short period of time. What's that? I don't get that. That's odd. Oh, 255 is what we want. But yeah, just going to keep falling back to multiple different strong points until you finally make your last stand here, and then you can have friendly units come around and envelop and destroy the attackers. Okay, so starting out, this is all that we want. These should start out as locked as well, so the the units don't clump up on the other side of the force field. And now we're going to clear out this room as well and turn it into a full-on hallway. Okay, so this is a room. We could probably leave it the way it is, actually, except for some changes with like modular painting and more decorating. So, but other than that, we can really leave the room the way it is. So we're gonna get some concrete. Oh, it's foundations. Okay, we're gonna have to do this an interesting way, but that's okay. So this is like I was saying. There's gonna be a kind of a wide hallway. The player has to sort of run down, and maybe this is the sort of final strong point before you get to the last area. So we'll kind of go around. Oh, yeah. So unfortunately, this is not the best way to be doing this, but we will go something along these lines. This is a room. Yeah. Sometimes the narration is not the most descriptive, but yes, we're going to keep that as a room rather than a hallway. The reason I clarified that it was a room as opposed to a hallway was because I was talking a lot about the player running through multiple different hallways and doing a defense in depth. I watched a video about what a defense in depth is a while back, and that's sort of what is inspiring this adapted version of the map. I was also hoping to have part of it be inside and part of it be outside. Perhaps this room could be open to the sky, something like that would be kind of cool. So we'll get some again. Concrete foundations are a little bit awkward to use here, but I can manage it. Just like that. Except we're gonna get this out of here. And yeah, okay. So now we've got a pretty general path for the player to be taking. And the enemies are gonna be spawning in now quite aggressively. I'm gonna bring this over here. And this is what I use to make the map a mobilization for good of the company. You have to pull things out and then delete them behind you. It's a little bit awkward. I don't even know if that's going to work. I don't even know if this is going to... I might not even be able to make this much longer, unfortunately. Much longer, unfortunately. Gosh, that was a weird way of saying longer. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make this any longer because of the fact that I have to use foundations. And unlike floors, you can't really extend foundations out. I'm talking about the theme challenge you're having. I don't have an idea for it. And as I give up with urban type maps. Okay, that's fine, Antonio. Not everybody has to do the apocalypse competition, but I do hope I get a few more submissions. And the map I'm working on, some fog areas are buggy. Oh, that's bad to hear. Hello, Third. Welcome to the stream. I'm going to turn off chat for a second while I look over at... see if I can change the colors. No. Okay, well, this is probably all we need for now. Doesn't have to be much fanciness involved here. This is going to be, like I said, just a couple, maybe an hour and a half of edits, and then we'll put up the new version. The real purpose of this is not to completely reinvent the map, but just to modernize it and bring it into the limelight once again, because this map was considered pretty cool and good when it came out, but obviously there's been plenty of new features that have been added to the game since it was released. Welcome back, Ravmar. For some reason, some of your messages are being sent to me and some of them aren't. I do not know why that is. Okay, gotta go. See you later then, Jacob. Thanks for tuning in. This will be in video form. These streams are generally a little bit shorter than variety streams, so they'll be somewhat less daunting if you want to watch them later on. Just going to be finishing and polishing this update I'm working on. And this design, perhaps it's a little bit reminiscent of, I might be getting a little bit off on a tangent here, but Good of the Company 2021 was the original Good of the Company campaign. It was before scripting and stuff like that. And the 2021 version, gosh, did I say it? Okay. Let me start from the beginning. Good of the Company 2020, which came out in the year 2020, was pre-scripting, and that's what inspired me to remake it in 2021. But before I made Good of the Company 2021, I was working on an abandoned on a campaign called Logistics, which would have been a non-scripted sequel to Good of the Company 2020. And I'm thinking I'm taking some inspiration from the designs of those hallways here, with these little weird side pillar things. Pretty sure I got my campaigns confused, but I think I've got it now. I think I've got it under control. Good of the Company 2021 was before scripting. Yeah, I corrected myself. SV. Well, I started working on it in the closed beta of scripting, like when only a couple people had access to it. It took a long time to make, my goodness. Alright, let's have there be like a closed door behind here. With the enemy troops coming down from a stairway, something like that. Middle pillar. When are we getting Good of the Company 2022? I don't think that's going to happen. I think I've pretty much told Carl Dyson's story in the DevCorp event, so I don't think I need to remake it once again. I mean, I'll probably put updates out for 2021. And there are going to be those big story expansions, or at least that one big story expansion, Paradigm Shift, as well, which if you want a rough timeline about, that is in my 200 subscriber video. Obviously, even since 2021 was uploaded, there's been many more changes, and I could modernize it even more, so I'll be doing some updates to it, but not a complete remake. I think, like I said, Carl Dyson's story for the DevCorp event has been about fulfilled. If there ever is a return, a full-scale return, not an expansion, it will be not during the DevCorp event, I think. I referenced this kind of layout in Good of the Company Rebellion. That's interesting. Alright, well, this is the starting area. I think we're going to have something like a nexus of these metal doors but I don't want to have them be right next to each other like this. That's a little weird, so I'm going to have a 1 modular wide break between these doors. Alright, and then all but one of these doors is going to be closed, but one of them will be open, and that one that is open will be the one with the stairs. Obviously down from the stairs there will be the enemies pouring in to attack Osiris Station. So yeah, just something like that, I think. Unfortunately, you have to do this rigmarole with the foundations again, but I'll get it figured out. I cannot spell concrete. The reason I can't spell concrete third is because the chat overlay is directly over my search bar, so I'm a little bit. I don't really know what I'm typing when I type it in. Yeah, that's why. I can disable the chat overlay by pressing F8 though. Okay, let's get ourselves some concrete stairs. I was thinking about making a Steam Wars map. I gotta decide. What is that? What do you say? Gotta decide first. Okay, Ravmar. Cool either way. Yeah, this is a metal door nexus, is what it is. Jess. There's a number of these tall metal doors, but all of them are going to be closed except for this one. And this is, coincidentally, where the enemy troops are going to be emerging from. Get ourselves a concrete floor here. Oh, I guess we can't, so we get some concrete walls. It's not an excuse, SV. The chat overlay really is. I can take a screenshot of it if you don't believe me. I swear it's not an excuse for bad grammar. I swear. Alright. Okay. Let's, we're almost here. This part's not, the player's not actually going to access this part. This is more of a, just a side area to kind of flesh out the background. This is where the enemies are going to be emerging from. And again, the enemies are going to be chasing you throughout this map, so it's not really a direct battle here at the start. And there'll be a little message saying to retreat at the start as well. And this will be where you make a last stand, but the enemy doesn't know that you have troops lying in wait to destroy them at the last stand. So this should be hopefully a gradually building, but kind of a cool battle. Almost done now on this part of things. Definitely one of the most important things that's going to have to come out of this renovation is going to be the modular painting, because this is a solid concrete map with very little other color involved. Emerging. It was not a reference to Good of the Company level emergence, but it can be if you want it to be. I think I'm going to delete these spawners. I think I'll use scripting instead. Okay, there's a couple more through here. It is not just because I have bad grammar, Jess. It is because the chat overlay is right above my menu here. What is next? Good of the Company? Are you talking about for renovations? Well, I have a small list of things to renovate, but I don't really have an order for them. Yeah, Good of the Company 2022 I don't think is something that's going to happen, but there will be a large-scale expansion to Good of the Company 2021 called Paradigm Shift. You can look at the wiki if you want more info about that. Anyways, I think what we'll do now, before we get too much into the mechanics, is work a little bit on that modular painting I was talking about. That'll definitely help. I don't think there's really any need for Good of the Company 2022. I think Carl Dyson's story has been pretty well expanded on, pretty well demonstrated. For next map-making stream? Oh, so you mean you want there to be a map-making stream of a Good of the Company thing? Well, I generally don't like spoiling them. I like people to piece together the story themselves. And especially for Paradigm Shift, it's going to bring some new things to consider to the table, so I'm trying to keep it under wraps. Renovate to the 2019 one, that would be interesting actually, because that is a very, very old map with almost no modern touches to it. That would be quite interesting, yeah. But you can see I'm just going through and changing some of these areas to be colored. I think what I'll do is, as we said, a 47, 47, 47 was a good gray color. Although that's quite dark, actually. I might not use that for the entirety of these gray sections. No, the chat overlay does cover the majority of this section over here. I can only see up to right here. The CEO is as far as I can see. Though I can't see sort of through it. It's partly transparent. Add cardboard box plants. Oh yeah, good idea. Okay. I think what I'll do is put little kind of gates over the entrances like this. And then for the rest of this layer of modular walls, I will then use some paler blue, perhaps. Hello, Celestia. Welcome to the stream. I'm just taking an old map that was made by Eagle. And this is Osiris Station. And yeah, I'm putting some modern stuff into it. Modern flair to it, pretty much. Why did you make a fat chat overlay? I can't edit the chat overlay, Jess. I might be able to, actually. Maybe I'll mess around with it, but it seems like I have to be able to read the chat too, so it kind of... Maybe I should have it show up on the left-hand side of my screen rather than the right-hand side, because on the right-hand side of my screen it really does interfere with a lot of stuff. Yeah, Celestia just sometimes says Lima. That's just his way. Okay. I think the next step is going to be to use, like I said, a 47, 47, 47 is a good gray color according to SV. So I'll use that to paint the ground. Or at least some parts of this ground. We don't have to take the whole area and make it dark gray. I'll have it come around like this. Wrap around the edges. You don't necessarily have to have a one-tone floor or a one-tone wall. Got some nice rubble over here, actually. That's quite cool. I'll color the rubble pieces as well. I hope you make a thinner chat overlay, get 2 monitors. Well, I think just the compromise between those solutions is just to keep the chat overlay the way it is, except move it to the left-hand side of my screen. Because right now, I like the way it's set up, except for the fact that it blocks my panel over here. And this is the part that makes me think perhaps some of these renovations should also be in video form. Because for these modular painting bouts, you know, it's just a lot of doing the same thing. And I think it would actually look pretty cool on a time-lapse. Are you okay with the map renovation stuff being a mix of streams and videos, or should they all be streams? Because I do certainly enjoy talking to people on stream as well when I do this, and kind of bounce ideas off each other and stuff like that. I'm going to get a lighter gray now. Just going to try and have multiple different textures and shades for the player to be looking at, essentially. And the fact that this is no longer canonically taking place on a space station is also probably good to explain the fact that there's so many alien planets around that naturally occur. So that sometimes seems like it has the possibility to break your immersion a little bit. Now I think what I'll do is have there be sort of a landing pad here, maybe like a yellow and black color scheme. Something like this, yeah. A mix is good, says Third. Okay. So for some things that may take a little more like daunting work, I may have the renovations be taking place in video form then, as long as that's, you know, generally accepted by the consensus of the community. So yeah, we're just gonna get some black and yellow here, 2-tone. It seems like it'll be pretty cool. Remember the boss fight when you made an entire map on a time lapse? Yeah, yes, SV. That was a cool thing to watch. For me, anyway. That's why I kept it in. Was that cool for you to watch? Let's put this in here. Get 10 plus monitors so you can play every variety map on a different screen. Great, yeah, good idea, Swagman. Then, of course, I'd have to figure out how to get extra arms and hands, but... And now I think we'll take that lighter shade of gray as well and put it back in the middle. Or maybe half of it will be the lighter. Maybe we'll have 2 kind of halves of lighter gray and then like a dividing line of darker gray. It's not an exact science. It's more of, you would say it's more of an art than a science. Nothing exact. Just kind of do what you think looks good and feels good in the moment. Looks and feels pretty good to me right now. What do you guys think? After lengthy days of studying for school, I can finally make more maps. Oh, awesome, amazed. Very cool. Still working on Eastern Front. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to color this whole thing, to be honest. This feels pretty daunting. So what I'm going to do now is just have this consistently go around the edges throughout the entirety of the map. I saw that Foxhole was on the Wild Wednesdays list, and that is not so good of an idea. It's very complicated, and if you do know some random thing, or do not know a game term, you will not have fun. Well, thank you for the warning, Jazz. I have checked out Foxhole in the past, though, and I do have a few friends who do have the game, and they've been able to teach me a fair bit about it. But it's been a long time since I've played, and I'm really not experienced. I wouldn't say I'm good at the game by any means. I just kind of mucked around and had some battles, and I think if I got into some big battles, I think that would be kind of a fun thing to watch on a Wild Wednesday. There hasn't been a Wild Wednesday yet because I was on that hiatus this Wednesday, but there definitely will be one on this coming Wednesday, 2 days from now, so be on the lookout for that. I'm not sure what game I'm going to play yet. Maybe I'll ask people what they might want to see for the inaugural episode. I was also thinking that the Wild Wednesdays could be, sometimes anyway, recorded prior to the Wednesday, so that they can have some more time for perhaps more like sophisticated editing even. Would be interesting. Because I want people to know that I'm trying to put effort into both Ancient Warfare 3 and Wild Wednesdays, while also, not detracting from either one. Colorable modulars make modular buildings look 8 times better. Agreed. That's one of the main reasons I'm doing it right now, taking so much time on this. Definitely an important aspect of the game. You always talk about Wednesday, but I never saw that. Oh, that's because, Daniel, the Wild Wednesday thing was, the poll was held, like, this Monday, and then the poll decided that there should be a Wild Wednesdays. But for the first Wednesday, I was on hiatus. But I'm back now, and there will be one for this Wednesday. Not sure what game I'll play, but there will be something up. That's going to be fun too, because it could be multiplayer, so some other people could be on there with me. Tominder Minecraft server. Man, with grief, my base. Oh no. That could cause some drama. So I think what I'm going to do now is maybe grab the dark gray, and that can be the floor for these hallways. That works for me. Works for me if it works for you. But for these rooms, it'll be just on the edges again. Definitely one of the most important things about renovating this particular map is the visual side of things. You don't want to have it look like a concrete sausage, but you also do want to give it sort of its own unique look to it. Over here, it can kind of ring the area. But then once we get into the hallway, it'll be the only color, so. SV has some interesting ideas for Wild Wednesdays. He says recreate the entire DevCorp complex in Minecraft Hardcore. That would be a commitment. That would be a real commitment, I have to say. I'm just going to delete these overlapping foundations. I had to use overlapping foundations to get this hallway extended outward. Oh, still talking about Foxhole. The game has gotten very different. There's a lot of things, like the fact that most production chains take 5 hours or more, and that if you don't join a regiment, you're going to have a bad time. Could you explain, so 5 hours or more, I'm guessing that seems like a really long time, but what do you mean, like, production chains? Like, is that producing equipment and stuff? I'm only familiar with the idea of logistics in Foxhole. I kind of assume they're one and the same, but this is a good learning opportunity for me while I'm just recoloring these modulars. Should I recreate an Ravenfield map in Ancient Warfare 3? Yes, Daniel, go ahead. If that's an idea that piques your interest. I've played a lot of Ravenfield in my time. Do you mean one of those default ones? Because those are cool. Just going about as fast as I can. We're about 30 minutes in, and I would say I'm about half done with the recoloring and the visual side of things. But I'm going to try and go as fast as I can, especially these areas over here that the players are not going to have access to so much. Don't have to have as much put into them. Oh yeah, sure. Sure, Daniel. Ravenfield, more like Ancient Warfare 3, but bad. Ooh, SV is being controversial now. Tonebinder YouTube channel does not officially endorse these ideas. No, I'm just kidding. For a long time, I've thought about making a couple of in different style, kind of almost a discussion or more highly edited videos that talk about the battle simulator genre as a whole and how Ancient Warfare 3 fits into it. There was an idea a while back for an Ancient Warfare 3 Iceberg video where I talked about some things you might not know about the game. And then there was an idea where I would just compare the current battle simulator scene out there for people who are interested in that kind of genre. Because, yeah, it's certainly different than it is when I first got into it a while back. I think I'm going to make this orange. Actually, this part can be black, but these parts are going to be orange. The top and bottom of these are going to be orange. Not sure why, just going with it. Just because it looks good. Now I'm going to grab... Oh, I didn't put down the orange yet. Never mind, I was going to say I'm going to grab this orange, but there isn't even any orange to grab. Fabricated memory. Yes, we'll just grab this orange. You know what I need? I need some water. Uh-oh, okay. Hold on, folks. I might have to take a quick break to get some water. Not a break, but like a pause. I'll finish coloring these orange, then I'll quickly... I'm going to have to run out of here fast. Obviously, I won't trip and fall or anything like that, but I think I'm just going to... If we can just take a brief pause, it'll be probably less than a minute before I'm back here to work, to continue working. I'll actually leave this on a cool pause point for you to look at what I've been able to work on so far. All right, I will be back in about 30 to 60 seconds, everybody. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with this renovation in a second. I just need to get something to drink because I feel like I'm having more voice cracks than usual on this stream, and I'd like to avoid that continuing. So, be right back. Okay, I'm back, everybody. Just gonna put my... Actually, I don't even need to have my headphones on right now. I think I'd rather have them off for this moment, since I don't think there's really anything I need to be listening to. It's actually one of the more quiet streams today. Okay, I guess what we'll do is start to apply some of these colors to the non-recolored areas, or just the solid gray. We also want to avoid having this blue become the over-dominant, this pale blue become the over-dominant color, because otherwise it'll be a pale blue sausage. You know what I mean? If you have one color over-dominate, it will still draw criticism, even if that color is not the default gray. I don't think I slammed the desk, did I? I just sat back down. I sat back down and took off my headphones was probably the moment you were referring to there, Daniel. There is this weird subculture within the Tonebinder stream community that has always pushed for me to like punch my desk and just make sounds. I'm going to be honest, it's a bit peculiar. Fleck is the main ringleader of that organization. I left for like 30 seconds, Celestia. Hold on, I'm going to get a drink. Okay. All we're going to do now is just kind of standardize this color from gray to light blue, and then throw some texturing in maybe, or some stripies. Some nice little stripy wipies. That's all we're going to have here. Yeah, so you can see there's going to be a lot of modular pieces that you're liable to miss, and if you do end up missing one or two, that's fine. It actually adds a little bit of texture on its own, so I don't think people are ever going to criticize you for missing a modular piece. Yeah, every time there's a large thud, it's got to be because I deliberately slammed my desk, of course. You slammed table when you left. Oh, that was Celestia. That was probably me putting down my headphones, actually, then when I left, yeah. That's probably just me putting down the headphones. Because it's right by my, they're right by my microphone right now. Almost done. But you can see we're going to be in need of a little bit of texturing on this whole map before we are able to move on to the gameplay side of things. But we're very close to getting to the gameplay side of things now. Once this is done, we just have to do those hallways, and it should take a very short time compared to this big, giant room. Close to done, close to done. Yeah, so this is again why I think perhaps some of these renovations could do with a video as opposed to a stream. Putting down headphones. That's what he wants you to think. Skuta, Celespia, you're gonna have to send the team to Skuta's house. They're gonna have to ask him some questions. And you're gonna have to ask some questions to SV as well. Just send over the guys, and they'll ask a couple of questions, and then leave them be. Now we're just doing the roof. And you know what I should do? I should get the darker blue around the windows. Let's have some texturing. Yeah, that'll be cool. And then around this darker blue, we're going to use the pale blue as the sort of general color. This facility has a very, very large amount of blue paint. Yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. Oh, looks like I missed a spot over here. Over in this corner. I live in Ohio. That's like 16th century explorers coming to America. They'll never locate me. Uh-oh. Scoottown might be right. Wait, what's Ohio? I've never even heard of that place. It's a mystical land. Almost done here. Well, this has convinced me that some of these episodes are going to need to be in video form, but I think that's totally fine. I think one of the reasons why I really appreciate being able to stream is because it doesn't really require so many steps. I can just do it, and it's kind of a one-and-done thing. Whereas videos do often require a lot of steps, especially that cursed 1915 camp video. I re-recorded it so many times, and now, even after it's fully recorded and like supposedly ready to go, half the audio I found out is gone, never even recorded. So the part where I introduce the map and play through the beginning part has none of my narration. Only the second part where I finish the map does. So like, what am I even supposed to do in that situation? Do I just abandon 1915 camp? Like, what do I do here? Almost done here. Just got to do a bit of texturing, and then we can move on to those hallways. I actually got to get a drink. Tell me what you think about that question. Are you going to heed my warning about playing Foxhole? Jazz, probably not. I do have a small group of people who have Foxhole, and I think last time I played it, I did have some fun with them. So I'm probably going to try and avoid the drama, and it should be okay, I think. I'm going to foolishly ignore your warning. No, it's not about that. But it's just, I think there's a certain way to play it where you can have a fair bit of fun, and I did have some fun when I checked it out before. Because it's not that I've never played Foxhole. I don't want you to get that idea. I have. I'm not experienced with it by any means, though. It would be more of a learning experience if I chose to do that on Wild Wednesdays. Almost done. Okay, I think we are done now with the main coloring, but we have to do a bit of texturing. So here's how that works. Just a very slight change in the color here. Does not have to be too big or anything. And just kind of select at random. Streaks are always a nice thing to add. Just like that. Some streaks of color, perhaps, would work very nicely for a modular texturing operation. Hey there, old homie. Hey there, Michael. Welcome to the stream. I am just about done texturing the main battle area of Osiris Station by Eagle. So far, the main time consumer has been with this modular redesign and visual side of things. But you can see you don't want to have the texturing be too obvious, and I have noticed that sometimes when people texture their maps, is the color difference is a little bit too striking, which I don't necessarily think is what you want to have. It should be a little more subtle, in my opinion. Because it's just to prevent, the player seeing this monotonous color. And so if you have two very, very different colors, people might think it's meant to be painted on, but in this case it's sort of meant to look like it's dulled. But I think we're just about done with the visual side of things for this room, except for decoration. Perhaps a little bit of decoration wouldn't hurt. But I have to get another drink. What do you call a number that can't keep still? I'm not sure, Amazed. What do you? This reminds me of that time Fire Turtle came in and was telling some of his jokes, like French jokes. You must join a regiment. If you don't, you will have no supplies and will have to anger the Logi guys for stuff. A small group is not viable to play the game, Tom Binder. Okay, I'm going to talk to as well to Landshark and some other people who have a lot of experience with the game, and we can come up with something. And it's not set in stone that I'm going to play Foxhole, just so you know. Alright, so now we're just going to do the floors of these hallways and these stairs. Nothing too fancy is needed. We want to start getting into the gameplay side of things. Hopefully the gameplay side of things is not going to take too much time either. If all goes well, it'll take a little bit less time than this visual thing is taken. I think a bit of texturing is going to be useful on this gray as well. So yeah, the blue just kind of stops right here. How about we have it be, we could make it orange. We could make it orange. Yes, we're going to make it orange. Based on the rule of cool. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. Just take this orange. Have it wrap around. for the color difference, I suppose. I don't really have... In Good of the Company, there's like each section of DevCorp and like different organizations have their own color schemes, and that's reflected by their modular colors and decorations, but this is just so it looks cool, pretty much. Oh, you call it a Roman numeral. That's good, Amazed. That's good. What do you call it, number it can't keep still? A Roman numeral. I wasn't expecting that. That was good. I'm gonna add that to my repertoire if you don't mind. I'll say this guy in this game I play online originally made it on my stream for remaking old battle simulation map. And they'll be like, "What are you talking about? It's a good joke. Stop ruining it." Alright, so here's what we're going to do. Just a nice two-tone wall here. Scodian Squad, seriously use it. It might not... It might be useful, but it's fine if you don't use it. I will use it, but... Well, at least I'll look at it, but not till I'm done with the visual side of things. Oh, you heard that joke a month ago. Ah, okay. So it's not originally Amazed creation. Still funny, though. Worthy of praise. No matter who the original author of it was. This needs to be orangified here. Now what we have to do is create an invisible wall that the player can't go through, but the enemy units can go through, because this is going to be the new access point for the enemy units as they start to close in on our position. So we're going to have it start by blocking the player, but not blocking units or blocking other. We're going to make it invisible. And it is enabled. Okay. That's about all we have to do. We'll have them spawn in through here. Let's get ourselves a nice little roof over our heads with this. And visually, I think we'll be pretty much done here, except for the detailing. But the modular painting phase is just about, completely wrapped up, I have to say. Which I am grateful for. That took a fair amount of time. Another drink. Scodian Squad is like a scripted squad of units that SV seems to think that I can repurpose for this map. So I'll take a look at them fairly soon. Alright, let's get ourselves a player. Player will start here looking at the stairs, and then the first thing that will show up is a message saying to run away, that enemies are coming down the stairs. So I think what we'll start with is some friendly troops kind of retreating down the hallway and getting to better defensible positions. So we've got some guys here. We'll just take a few of them. This guy. And we'll get one more. Actually, no, just these two, I think actually the player's not going to be here. Changed my mind. It's going to be... Whoa. Player will be down this way. And the soldiers will be more like right here. They're going to start out kind of thinking they can manage everything, but one of these guys is going to die, I think, and the other one's going to run away. There we go, in the player we get to see it. And this guy over here will say something like, "You better run away, sir. They're coming down these stairs." And then he'll die. Okay, now we have to set up these defensible points that the player needs to run to. Actually, hold on. I made prefabs for just this purpose. Look at that. Look at that. Amazing. That solves a strong point. What about a strong point 2? That's pretty bold, but we can put down a strong point 2. I think it'll go right here. Okay, and then we'll have one final strong point. Actually, no, a supply point at the back over here. Maybe we could fit it right there. Alright, well, I think, did we get rid of the spawners? Because we want the only source of enemies to be from that orange hallway. It looks like we did. Okay, folks, I'm going to turn the chat back on. Why don't I just finish this class? It's a bad idea. I'll just drink at a regular pace. Do it so when the first dies, the second retreats. That's a good idea. Okay. Can do. I think I'm going to start by making the spawner for the enemies, though. Reusing prefabs. They're meant to be reused. I'm sorry, Swagman. I can change them so they don't look so similar to the Green District map. I think I'll just use a spawner. Actually, maybe not. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how this ends up playing out. Because, yeah, I don't have the enemy unit spawned in. Or, sorry, saved. So I guess I'll have to grab them from over here on these side areas. Okay, now I'm done with it. Saving this unit. Shotgun, enemy. Shotgun, enemy. Don't need to change them, it's fine. Maybe remove the arrow on the supply point. Alright. That's reasonable. Jess, I already responded to your question back there. I don't know how I put it exactly, but I'm going to talk to some other people who I played with in Foxhole before, and I'll just see what I can see if I am able to have some good content-worthy moments in the game. But I'm not going to stay away from because I spent money on that game, so I want to at least try and play it. Like. Okay, and here's the enemy sniper. Yes, that was a desk slam with the glass. Yes. That's true, that's true. Spawners telling you, like, well, fine, SV. If you're going to be that way, I'll have them spawn in with scripting. I don't necessarily have to use spawning. I could script them in. This guy's a pistol there. Okay, now we have the shotgun, rifle, sniper, and pistol guys. So we should be pretty much ready to go. Scripting time. Hopefully, this won't be too complex. Got ourselves a global script that says enemy horde. Start out, we'll do an endless loop. And then, hold on, how are we going to do this? Endless loop. I don't think you know this. We want to have them spawn enemy soldiers in squads. I think is the way we want to do this. And I think we aren't going to need this Custodian squad. I'll do it this way and see how effectively it works. Because there's some way, I'm trying to remember, there was a way where you could do it with 2 arrays. That worked very well for me. Or at least it worked very well for the person who posted it. So now here's what we'll do. Float 3. So these are going to be the spawn positions for each squad. There'll be squads of 6 perhaps, and each one will get a different float 3 for their spawning position. And then the other one's going to be custom unit. So it shows what units and where they spawn. Okay, and then now, hold on a moment now. For each, so we'll say every 8 seconds a new enemy squad spawns in. That'll start to stack up, I think. So for each in this array. We'll do a spawn custom unit. And then they will spawn. Because I wanted to incorporate to have these two arrays match up with each other. I don't think I should have done that. I think I'm just going to have them all spawn in the same place. Never mind. Never mind. Abort. Abort. We're going to have them all spawn in the same location, and that should work just as well. Especially because the player's not even going to see them spawn in, so. A few people can't defeat the enemy on their own. Well, Jess, we will still be we'll be playing with the rest of our team. Jess seems to have a very downbeat view of that game. I'm not sure if it's warranted, I'm going to be honest. Based on my personal experience. Thing is, though, everybody has their own personal experience, so. Retreat script, what do you mean by that? Amazed? So each squad will have perhaps an officer, 2 riflemen, a shotgun guy, 2 shotgun guys, and a sniper. Using Eagle's original units. Thankfully, he does have a fair few varieties of units, which I do appreciate. Spawn unit, and I don't think it'll be any trouble at all to have them spawn all in the same position, because they'll all be going naturally towards the enemy, or sorry, towards the friendlies. Let's try this out. Why don't? Actually, you know what? We'll add the retreat script first. Retreat script. Sorry, retreat script. On damage. Sorry, on damage global. If the unit, we're gonna see if it is. No, sorry. We're gonna see if the unit is in an array. So for each unit in the array, and the array consists of these 2 guys at the start. Whoever, like after one of them dies, the other one will retreat. That's what I'm scripting right now. We don't need to defeat the enemy. We need to have fun. I'm going to get a tank. Okay. Michael, that sounds good. But here we go. We've got ourselves some of the grunts. And if a unit dies, we're going to compare it to the units in this array. And if they're the same, then we're going to have the surviving unit. Hold on. We're going to have the surviving unit fall back. That's all we're going to do. Pretty simple. Yeah, so it's hard to narrate this part. It's hard to narrate scripting, I have to be honest. So bear with me, we're almost done. Set target position. We're gonna have him fall back to the supply point. He's probably gonna die anyway, but we'll still try it. We'll see how this works. Select point, and then the point will be over here. That's where he'll fall back all the way back to over here. Okay. Now let's hit play and check this out. Please add regeneration. Oh yeah, I can do that SV for sure. Will there be an Easter egg? Yeah, there could be an Easter egg in this map, Antonio. I think I'm getting the feeling actually the scripting and gameplay setup for this map is not going to be as complicated as I had originally thought. So we'll have time to mess around a little bit. It's only been an hour. Probably stream for another 30 to 45 minutes. All right, let's see if this works. If it works as intended. I'm not sure it is. Not convinced the enemy is spawning. Oh, maybe they are. Oh yeah, they are. Oh yeah. Yeah, so he was trying to retreat. Okay. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I think what we're gonna do is add another unit there, so not all of them die so fast, and also set it so that they stand up rather than stay crouched. That's my main idea. I don't know if you know, okay. I'll set myself to online later. Let's put another guy over here, just like that. Nothing too fancy. Okay, and then we're just going to up the units in this array by 1. And that'll be just fine. Actually, we also have to set their guard behavior to default. Guard pose being default, or ready. Alright, Let's try that again, because I'd like to have at least one of these soldiers survive to make it to the back lines here. Yeah, it's sad that the retreater died. I will up the retreater health a little bit if they all die quickly this time around. But here comes the enemy. What faction are you going to be playing? I played as Warden before, Michael, but I could play as anything. Landshark and the other people I played with in the past are all Wardens. Actually, no, that's incorrect. Tropican is Colonial. Hold them off now. We can hold them off. No, we can't. We gotta fall back. So the idea is you want to really force the player back at all times. Welcome back, Jacob. Currently I'm holding the line against this enemy. I don't actually think I was supposed to have an A12. I don't remember what it originally was in the map. Oh yeah, so that is an unstoppable tide of enemies right now. We are definitely going to be forced back very quickly. Oh, I would recommend Colonials because tanks are cheaper. Oh, okay. Maybe add one of the retreaters to the player's squad and the other one retreats. I think either way they're probably going to die SV, but I still could. Maybe maybe there'll be another soldier back here that gets added to the player's squad. Let's see if that works. Works just as well. We'll put I'll put this guy in the player's squad. He'll be like just hanging out, getting ready to defend if necessary. And he's going to be the one who tells the player to retreat at the start, saying like, get out of here. We have to hold back the enemy advance, something like that. Now we're going to put in the regeneration and smarter unit scripts. Pretty sure I have a prefab version of the smarter unit script. Hold on. Smarter, or no, but just battle actions. Battle actions. Yeah, okay. That'll be just fine for me. And now we're going to add regeneration too. Start. Endless loop. Every 2 seconds, player gains 5 health, something like that. Every 1 second. And then heal. And the health is the player that gets healed. I think you had a G36. Oh, okay. I'll put that in my inventory then. And then I'll heal 5. Not sure how weak or powerful that is, so I'll have to test it out. But before I do, I have to place down some friendly units. Yeah, S36. Yeah, that looks right. Thank you, Swagman. So at the start here, we'll have this message as well. Message. Start custom message from this guy. Custom info, sorry, or just regular info. String, and it will say color blue. Sergeant. What's like a name for a sergeant? Sergeant Wilson will be his name. Color. And at the start, he'll give you a 5-second long message. Get out of here, sir. We can handle we can handle this attack on our own. Wait, sorry. Oh, no, you know what? I'm going to change it. Color. I know his name's Wilson, but Sergeant Wilson. That's color. Get out. Oh, sorry. I'll get you out of here. Sir. These troops can handle this situation on their own. Something like that. Okay. Not feeling great about that, but it's still fine. This will last for 3 seconds, how about? No, 5. 5 is fine. Delay of 5, and then add him to the player's squad. Pretty simple stuff. I say this with the utmost respect. Your scripts are a mess. I'm not sure what about my scripts are a mess, SV. You're probably right, I'm going to be honest. Oh, that's cool. That's quite cool. Does it have one for the perspective, too? No. POV? No. Anyways, we're going to add him to the squad. I was looking at Good of the Company scripts the other day. Well, to be fair, Good of the Company was like the first thing that had widespread scripts. There was such a thing. When I didn't want to ask people for help, but if I could avoid it, If you're talking about good of the company, though, you're absolutely right. That is a complete mess. When it comes to the scripts, it is held together by like string and duct tape. Anyway, let's hit play now. None of them are named. Yeah, well, yeah. And a lot of them are stored in containers because I didn't discover global scripts for a very long time. Yep. Well, you know what? The nice way of putting that is I was blazing a trail, right? That's what you can say. I'll get you out of here, sir. These troops can handle the situation on their own. Okay, so maybe I'll use like a RGB or something. Because it's hard to read Wilson right now. Let's see how this plays out. Retreat! Okay, they're retreating. One of them's still alive. Sergeant, get back over here. Hold this strong point. Strong point version 2. Yeah, here they come. The thing is, we've got them stuck around the corner. Oh no, the sergeant's dead. There's only that retreating guy left. Okay, yeah, so brutal stuff. We need to up the player's health a little bit though, and definitely give them more friendly troops. First time I played Good of the Company, Tanner and his guys were completely slaughtered in 2 minutes, and they were like 6 spheres of corrupted inside. Spheres of corrupted? What are you talking about, SV? I won't abandon Sergeant Wilson. I was trying to hold that point with him. Okay. What we need are more soldiers. Try and keep Sergeant Wilson alive. We'll get ourselves another guy over here. And an HMG guy over here. And an achievement for keeping the sergeant alive if you have time. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I could do that. We'll put an HMG down over by these beds. I wonder what happened to Tanner and his guys after they fell into the portal. I don't think I should say or you want to know, Swagman. Rough fate. Oh, we should have that guy. He seems pretty tough. He should be out here on the front lines. Actually, you know what? He'll be back over. He'll be in the back lines. He'll be in the back lines. Crouching. We'll get one more down from here. He'll be sort of up on the strong point as well. And now we'll see how this all plays out. Let's press play. We've got some reinforcements. Some units on wander, that's another good idea, SV. Well, certainly SV, they died, but they also fell into the portal. So, consider that. I'll get you out of here, sir. These troops can handle the situation on their own. Okay, let's go then, Wilson. Come on now. Need to hold the line. Wilson, you can stay back here by the HMG guy. It's a good spot to be, I think. Oh boy. I don't think anybody's surviving through there. Nope. No more gunfire. The gunfire's ended. So you saved them all just for them to die? Yep, it's very sad. They fall through the floor. It's brutal. Hold them off! Hold them off! Oh my! This is very brutal. Oh yeah, I forgot to up the player's health. But I should do that too. Hold them back. Hold them back! Okay, Michael, don't create a regiment yet. I'm not gonna commit to Foxhole yet, so don't do that on my account, okay? Wait till I'm really ready to do that. Paradigm shifts was? I didn't say nothing. SV. You should not construe anything as a paradigm shift spoiler. Uh-oh. I'll up the game volume a bit. So obviously the walls are blowing apart. Well, that's okay, I'll make them non-destructible. They just keep coming! Fall back even more! Wilson, get ready to help me! Wilson, stand by the HMG guy like that. There we go. Good work. We'll get them as they come around the corner. They won't stand a chance. Yeah, but if you want to notify me, really... Okay. I'll get in touch then, Michael. These guys are doing okay on their own, actually. All things considered, this is a fairly good place to hold our ground. Yeah, okay, yeah, good idea. I won't make him go prone. You can see these guys are having a hard time. Oh no, Sergeant Wilson! Sergeant Wilson is cursed to always die. And I suppose this is actually... This is on a timer, but I think we should have a scripted ending. Scripted ending! Wow, my goodness. This map is going to have a scripted ending, everybody. We're not going to use the default countdown that Eagle was using. You should place wires behind the jail bars or some detail behind the jail bars, or an ambush if the player holds out that point and the defend points. Okay. That's a good idea, Tony. I'll definitely do that, at least if I have time. Alright, so here's some of the things I said I was going to do. Up the player health. Make the stuff indestructible. And get rid of the going prone. Okay. And that should all be done now. We need to make this area more dangerous. I think I'm going to get rid of this HMG guy. It's just this guy to hold the line. Okay. Let's. Pretty soon we're gonna have to do the final detailing and stuff, but I'll try and do the gameplay first of all. Let's change this from zombie survival to none. So when the player enters in here, a timer starts that will open up the doors and provide you know, unleash enemies from more angles. But if the player can hold out for 30 seconds after these doors open, then a ton of reinforcements come in from this upper area to get the high ground advantage and wipe out the attackers. That's my vision for how this is all going to play out. When this trigger is entered, we get trigger enter. Actually, how about we get a one-time script in here? One time, then a delay, and a delay of 20 seconds. After that, both of these invisible walls will be active or set as scripting wall. Yeah, so are they going to be teleported away? Yeah, that's how we'll do it. Can't deactivate them. Scripting wall, okay. Creed vs. Rust is not out, Michael. I'm going to be finishing that today. I was not able to finish it last night, but I wanted to pack in the quality. But that's definitely what I'm going to be doing after this stream. I'll just copy and paste this because I'm feeling a little bit lazy. I'm not going to do an array. So after 20 seconds, maybe after 15 seconds, both those walls will go down. And then we will set final wave to on. Set final wave to activated. And then we'll just have another infinite loop that if final wave is activated, it'll spawn in squads. Pretty simple stuff. Let's go back to global editor, enemy horde, let's loop of 8, and just do endless loop of 8, and we'll get. Oh no, never mind. We need to make the final wave thing a global variable. That's fine though. I can do that. Let's change this a bit. Set global. I have to actually make global now. Final wave. But yeah, Creed vs. Rust is very on the brink of being done. I got a huge amount done yesterday. The non-game mode is the best game mode. Yeah, agreed. Don't worry, Jess. You'll be able to destroy the Creed very, very soon. I just wanted to give the player a little more freedom, and that, you know, it requires some more, for one thing, more rigorous play testing to make sure the player can't do something they're not supposed to do. Oh, Jess and SV are perhaps forming an alliance. They are Rust supporters. Alright, well anyways, we're going to set this global variable to be activated and then go back into our horde thing. Horde script. And that will allow us to create new hordes inside the areas that were formerly blocked off to the player. Oh, final wave needs to be a bool. Silly me. With the ability to end battles through scripting, reach point is kind of useless now. Agreed, Swagman. Yeah, there's not really a point for it anymore. It's more seamless to not have the flag. Gotta go for some time. Bye. Okay, see you later, Antonio. Thanks for tuning in. Jazz is very firmly believing that Creed is just awful and Rust is better. And welcome, Dr. Bright and Lane. Nice to have you here as well. I'm currently just finishing up a script that will allow me to spawn in hordes of enemies for the player to fight in this map. Every 8 seconds, a new squad will spawn. And this is going to put on a ton of pressure on the player. Not sure. Maybe we should decrease the spawn time. It's like 14 seconds. And we'll get a global. And the global variable is, of course, going to be the final wave variable. And if that's true, then we'll spawn in those squads. What map is this? This is Osiris Station by Glorious Eagle. It's almost 2 years old now. I'm renovating it for the renovation series. So if that's true, just do that. We're just going to change the spawn area to right here. And actually, you know what we could do? Yeah, we'll just do this. Just like that. And put them over here too. Okay, now we have to set another timer. The timer to win the map, if you're able to hold off the enemy for long enough. A delay of 30 seconds is in order. After activating the final wave, the big epic conclusion, you get 30 seconds to hold off the enemy. If you can successfully do that, you get a large number of reinforcements. Yeah. How are we going to do that? I think we will have a... Well, first of all, we'll deactivate the final wave. Set global final wave to deactivate it. And then we'll spawn in just a big blob of friendlies up in the upper rafters. But I think before we do this script in this final section, do you want to do a playtest? Or maybe I should just power through and try to script the whole thing right now. Ever since I saw the thumbs for Creed vs. Rust, I liked Rust more than those stuck-up Creed individuals. What do you mean by thumbs? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Unless you mean like thumbnail? Not certain. This map was created by Glorious Eagle, lame. I'm just working on updating it to more fit the modern environment of Ancient Warfare 3's workshop. Alright, here we go. Let's get ourselves in array. I think we're just going to power through and do this whole section on our own. Thumbnail, okay, that makes sense, SV. Hello, Michelle. For the next stream, can you play Operation Farmer's Field? I certainly can. Yep, I will add that to the list after the stream. I'll find it and put it on. So I think we'll get something like... what do we want? I think we want 30. 30 friendlies. Could lag the computer a bit, so how about 24? But since the tide of enemies is going to stop, I don't think it matters particularly too much. Okay, here we go. 4 each. And obviously this is very rough. You know, the visual side of thing we're going to have to revisit as soon as we're done with this this scripting. But with this scripting, there'll be a victory trigger and stuff, and we'll actually be just about done with the real meat and potatoes of this map. After this, it'll just be the polishing and making it look nice. So I'm going to try and get 4 different variations of friendly units, and then we can put them into this spawner thing. This next map will also expand a little bit on the Creed vs. Rust conflict, which should be interesting for those of you who follow that. I want to call this ACF Grunt 1, because they're apparently called ACF according to these descriptions. One thing to avoid when playing Foxhole bridges. Oh, I fought on a bridge for a long time in Foxhole one time. Yep, I know the pain. It was actually fairly fun. But perhaps I have like a rose-tinted glasses or something, because... I mean, it was brutal, but at the time, I guess I thought it was fun. I will continue making the Potato War map. Oh, wait, that's interesting, Lane. What is the Potato War? Making good scripted conquest maps is so annoying. I'm just making my own conquest game mode now. I know, right? It really takes a lot of effort, but in the end, it's worth it. You're doing a good service to this community, showing people what can be done with conquest mode. Just going to get this S4 guy. Come on now. ACF Grunt 3. I think after this stream as well, or maybe after Creed vs. Rust gets posted today, I'm going to go through a big spree of unsubscribing to things, because having too many subscribed things generally does lag the game a fair bit. Anyways, let's get this final guy. This black-clad, looks like Special Forces to me, but I'm not sure. ACF Grunt 4. I don't know if you know, but I friended NG for him to tell me a code for a campaign. I also gave some feedback on the campaign. Well, that's cool, Rafmar. You know, NG's campaign I'm going to be looking at as soon as possible. Depending on if I have time between working on Creed vs. Rust in real life, I may get a chance to record a large video about NG's recent campaign today, so that'll be pretty cool. I just realized I don't think I've ever saved this map since I loaded it up. I haven't. Osiris Station, here we go. Over the whole stream, I didn't save it once. Okay, but anyways, we've got those 4 units saved, and now we can do this final wave of friendlies. ACF Grunt 1, ACF Grunt 2, ACF Grunt 3, ACF Grunt 4. There we go. We'll divide them roughly evenly, I think. It's not going to matter too much. We just want to have the player feel triumphant, that they've gotten some reinforcements and the battle is nearly won. After this map is over, look at Scodian Squad and compliment my scripting. I'll give you money and fame. Okay, SB, sure. But I will definitely look at Scodian Squad either way. That's cool. I like the idea of there being like a mass-produced squad you can just put into any map that has scripting. Okay, here we go. We need another 6. Near done now. After this, the one thing that comes to mind is going to be sound design, and after that, we'll be pretty much done. Oh, I forgot some more detailing, just in general, but that shouldn't take too long. We'll have a slightly smaller number of these Special Forces guys, just because they look more intimidating. They can be a little bit more of a rare sight on the battlefield. Actually, this looks like only just one less than the other types. Do you remember the big East vs. West Warden? I don't remember that. He's probably talking to Jess. I think you guys should probably not talk too much about Foxhole at the moment. A little bit worrisome. And it's sort of edged out Ancient Warfare 3 discussion. Let's get a custom unit EX. Not custom unit EX, just a custom unit. Each one of these will get spawned in all at once as a blue unit type. And I'll set the position as well. Hopefully this doesn't lag me too much. Float 3. I mean, how regulated do you want the chat? I've tried to keep it pretty unregulated, but what do you think? So I think we should have them spawn in a doorway or something right outside. And they can run in onto these rafters. Foxhole and Ancient Warfare 3. The thing about Foxhole that makes it so appealing to me is that it's this big multiplayer collaborative environment. So I don't really know if that's going to be possible in Ancient Warfare 3, unfortunately. Get ourselves a concrete door frame. This will be where the reinforcements come in from. Welcome back, Antonio. I'm finishing up this map right now. I'm doing the final set piece part of it. Then it'll just be some detailing, a little bit of sound design, a little bit of playtesting and polishing. We should be done in another 20 to 30 minutes max. Welcome back, SV. I am making the hallway from which the big wave of reinforcements at the end of the map will spawn in. Let's once again make everything indestructible. Also, I think I'm going to put a... actually, never mind. I sort of want to get rid of these ladders, actually, because I want these guys to stay up on the rafters. So I think I'll do that. I'll just keep them stuck up there, so they have to walk over and fire down rather than come down to our level to fight the enemy, because it gives them a very distinct advantage when they have this high ground. So I think I'll probably try and keep that intact as much as I can. I'm really not sure what faction I'm going to be, but again, I can't think about this right now. I've got to focus on finishing this Ancient Warfare 3 map before I can talk about Foxhole. All right, finally, one more check to make sure that this is all destructible. And how about we'll have like a 30-second. After this final wave spawns in, there'll be a. Gotta make sure we get there. Spawn point set. There'll be like a notification saying over the radio that reinforcements have arrived. They have the high ground. We can win this. And then 30 seconds later, there'll be a message saying, we've beaten back their attack. Good job. Very, very basic stuff. Radio. Reinforcements have arrived. Check the bridges. And then that'll last for 5 seconds. And then another 20 to 30 seconds of fighting off the enemy. 25 seconds, we'll say. 25 seconds. We've beaten back their attack. Good job. We've beaten back their attack. Good job. Okay, and then it'll just be a 5-second delay, or like a 3-second delay, and then a victory. This is like a speedrunning making a map, I'm going to be honest. End battle. And type victory. Alright, now we're going to put all this together and see how it all runs. That'll be the real test. And if we have the gameplay down, it'll just be up to detailing. How do you copy and paste scripts? You have to hold down Shift, and that creates the selection box, and then you do Control D. Alright, I'm going to put my headphones back on here, and let's do this playtest, and hope it all turns out well. I'll get you out of here, sir. These troops can handle the situation on their own. Okay. To be honest, I'm really asking you guys to calm down with the foxhole conversation, at least for now. You can talk about it in the server too, but I also don't want to scare people away from the discussion of Ancient Warfare 3. Look at that, I still have 2 people alive. Wilson, fall back there. Wilson's totally gonna die. So basically we have to lose ground in order to end this. I'm gonna heal and then run back. Wilson, stay with me. Does he put details behind the jail bars? Not yet, Antonio. That's detailing, and it's going to be the final stage of things. Nobody's even said the word foxhole, really. Celestia. They're just referencing it. Oh boy. Oh boy. They're almost upon us. Let's go. Let's go. They're going to get Wilson in a second. I just know it. Wilson, you better run back to over here. So hopefully these walls come down, and that's when things are really going to get interesting. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's going to get intense. Have the walls not gone down? Or has there just not been enough time? I can't tell. Oh, you know what? These doors, I bet the doors behind those are still locked too, so it's not even going to matter. Yep, that's it. Well, the scripting walls, for one thing, have not teleported. But those doors are also locked. Yeah. Reinforcements have arrived. Check the bridges. Okay, well, at least we'll see if the reinforcements thing works. It seems like they do. But we actually really aren't in too big of danger unless those doors open up, so... Yeah, here's the reinforcements. Okay, the reinforcements are going to be a big help, but unfortunately that's not really engaging the way we want it to, so... Okay, well, we've got a couple of things to fix, and hopefully we'll be able to do one more playtest, and then the gameplay side of things will be done. Then we can do maybe a 5-minute touch-up, and maybe add some sound design if we've got some sounds. And then we'll be just about done with Osiris Station, everybody. Getting towards the end now. Oh, I didn't realize that those were supposed to be the fallen bridge parts, but I suppose that does make sense, huh? Yeah, I'll do that right now. Alright. Good call, thank you. That will get changed. So where did I go wrong with the teleporting the scripting wall? I feel like that should work. Actions, let's go down the scripting wall here. Oh yes, yeah, so we just want to deactivate it. That's all we want. Okay. Hopefully there's something that will allow us to deactivate it. That doesn't seem to be the right thing. Set active. There we go. And now we'll also have a radio message that says, "The force fields are down! More enemies incoming!" Something like that. To add to the intensity of it all. We also need to unlock those doors. Forgot about that. Info. The string that says, yeah, just the force fields are down, more enemies incoming over the radio. I'm also going to reduce the number of reinforcements that come in at the end. The force fields are down, more enemies incoming. And this will last about 5 seconds as well. And we are going to just get rid of one of each of these guys. Puts us at 20 reinforcements, which is more than enough in my opinion. And hopefully, if we unlock these doors, all the mechanics will work the way we've intended them to. And we can press play again and give this another shot. And if, once again, if the gameplay works, then we can go back to detailing, which will take only 5 to 10 minutes, and we'll be about done with Osiris Station. Reference the walls as objects and delete them. I'm just going to try doing the disabling them. I think it'll work the same way, Jess. If this doesn't work, Jess, I will do it the way you've described it. Let's go. Come on, Wilson. Let's go. Go, go, go. Those guys aren't gonna hold the situation on their own. I guarantee it. Just gonna activate this thing first off, just straight away. Might as well activate it before the enemy gets too far into our defensive perimeter. Let's see if this works. See if these walls go down. That's the big test. Oh, it says back. It says a back. Okay. Thanks, Michelle. I'll fix that. They did go down. Look at that. Amazing. But our enemy's incoming. That's the question. Doesn't really look like they are. Are they? Are these doors? Huh? I thought they were going to spawn in here. Hello there, sir. Where are your squads? Squads are supposed to spawn in these areas to mess with us. Let's look over here. There should be squads. Okay. Custom battle editor. That's a weird bug. At least we got the force fields to go down. We now need the enemy to start pouring through the deactivated force fields. Hope I'm able to locate the source of that problem. That seems odd. I'm also going to fix that message where it says a back instead of back. I can do that now. Okay. We have to go into the trigger now. That'll be where we'll find the notification. Oh yeah, I'll have a kill notification for Wilson, sure. We've beaten back attack. There we go. And now we want to have the set enter trigger to 1 delay. Oh yeah, see, look at that. I deactivated this part. Okay. Hopefully that fixes it now. On death. You know what, we'll put this in global. On death. Now let's find Wilson. Where's he at? Info. Sergeant Wilson is down. With a sad face. Sergeant Wilson is down. So sad. Float of 5 seconds, so you really have to let it sink in that you failed to save him. The server's going crazy? Oh no. Talking about Foxhole? Oh, it's fine if you're talking about Foxhole on the server. It's okay. I don't mind if it's in the server, to be honest. Almost done here. Sergeant Wilson is down. Sad. I will save. Come on, Sergeant Wilson, let's go. He was only added because of me. Well, you got him killed, SV. Yeah, yes, it's all my fault. No. Okay. Running back here. Come on, Wilson. Stick with me now. Because I know the spawning squads did work. As long as it was connected up. So hopefully it works again. Wilson, you better get behind cover and fast. Uh-oh. Wilson. They're going to be coming in. I think. Oh yeah, they are. There we go. We should have this time where we are in the final stage of defense last like 45 seconds, not 30. Hold them off! Hold them off! No! Sergeant Wilson is down! Well, they're going to pay for that. Reinforcements have arrived. Check the bridges. Okay, this is where it'll be up here. Here they come. Yep. So everything has to last a little bit longer. That's my main takeaway. But after that, we're just about done. So let's see how these reinforcements actually engage with the enemy here. So I think we need to have the enemy spawn a little bit faster. Oh yeah. We've beaten back their attack. We haven't really beaten back their attack, to be honest. We haven't really. It doesn't seem like it's going to end very well. Look at that big blob of enemy soldiers back there. Oh no. Antonio just said Wilson will not be missed. Dang! Now that is brutal. Wilson tried to defend us. How mean of you. Well, now I know what we have to do. We have to make the final defense last a little bit longer. We have to make the enemy spawn a little bit faster. The battle over the reputation of Wilson has commenced. We'll have this be like a 10-second delay, and you have to last like 60 seconds against the final assault. And we'll have enemy squads, spawn after every 6 seconds. Or no, these ones will spawn after every 6 seconds. Or maybe 8. Maybe 8. 8's fine. I didn't realize it had been inflated. Hello, fish! We're pretty darn close to being done with this map, actually. Let's get ourselves some ruins. Nope, I meant rubble. I meant rubble. Okay, everybody, let's get ourselves some rubble. I never said anything but rubble. We'll also remove this arrow. I remember I forgot to do that. Should the player, like, become angry that Wilson died and, like, get an extra little damage boost or something like that? Let's get some pallets. You are very late, fish, but it's okay. You'll be able to watch the whole thing fairly soon. This stream shouldn't last a whole lot longer. Okay, and then let's get ourselves... Do we have a generator here? I have like a silly-looking generator. Oh, yeah, here it is. Just kind of a... Oh my. Do we want to have that? I think we want to have that. I think we want to have that. Yeah, we do. That looks pretty awesome. Yeah, that looks pretty awesome. Got ourselves some generator action. Woo! Let's make sure it doesn't stick out through the edge here. Even if it... Actually, you know what? We're going to let it stick out through the edge because we can cover that up, so it's fine. Sorry I was mean. Wilson will be missed. I'm glad that you apologized for that, Antonio. How was I going to cover this up? Probably like a container tower would work fine. Or like a tower. Sure. Acceptable. Or is it really acceptable? Is it really acceptable if we take some time to think about it? I think this will be acceptable. Okay, let's get ourselves some shell piles. We also need to make Wilson's text not be so dark blue, because we can't really see his name. Do we need much more detail? I'm not sure that we do. So I'm going to get a quick RGB value. Actually, you know what? How do you do you do hex codes? I think you do hex codes. Hold on. Yeah, okay. Give me a second. So his name will be kind of like... Yeah, okay, I think I got a good color for him. Let's see if this works. In here. Oh yeah, we gotta heal the player every 5 seconds. I forgot about that. Where's Wilson's thingy? Out there. Message, yeah, here it is. Alright, color Wilson / color. I'm not sure about that color. I'm actually not really sure about it at all. We need to make it a little more blue. Almost ready. / color. Hang on. / color. What? That's not the color. That's not what I thought I got. I'll get you out of here. These soldiers can handle this on their own. Okay. This is taking some time here. Color. Let's get ourselves an RGB value. What about this color? Yeah, that looks nice. Sergeant Wilson / color. Okay, very cool. What do you think about the level of detail on this map, guys? Is it okay? I'd like to be able to start putting in some sound design now. Let's do a play 2DX. I don't want to reuse the same battle ambience that I was using before, but I've got a good one from Good of the Company that I can use for this situation. Rarely used sound file. It's not in dialogue, it'll be in SFX here, I think. Or maybe not. Yeah, explosion ambience, that's what we want. Float of 1. I don't know if there's going to be good music for us here, though. We've pretty much exhausted a lot of the music that we have. What are those generators made of? They're made of container towers. Swagman. Alright, we're going to get another... Could we get a game sound, like something from the game? Some Eric Mott, yes? I'm not sure. There's enough detail? Okay, cool. Expedition North and Ancient Troops are good. I haven't heard Ancient Troops. Oh, yeah, okay. I've heard this one a lot, though. I'll listen to Expedition North as I find something new. What about Avatars of Heart? Chat delay is massive today? Oh, really? It's probably I'm just taking a little bit more time to respond. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure why that would be, but yeah, I'm just trying to find a... Oh, I'm just trying to find... 2 over 3 themes. I'm trying to find something. I'm trying to find something, folks. I'll find it someday. What's this one? Oh. Wherever to add music credit when you upload the map. Good idea. Good call. We just need a music thing and we'll be just about done. Final count? What's this? Oh yeah, no, I don't think so. Maybe. What do you think about this? I'm not certain. Yeah. We have to appease Kevin MacLeod in all things. It's kind of like this one. Can't place what it's from. When will the next variety stream be? The next couple of days. Either tomorrow or the day after. That's my guess. I've got a lot of interesting things that I'm looking forward to playing through. I just really need a song. I might not end up having one. It's fine if I don't. Oh my! Okay, I'm glad that there was extra, more folders. That's literally all the paradigm shift stuff in there. Themes. I'm not really sure. What about contingency? Or do we need a song? Do we need a song, folks? Is the ambience enough? You tell me. I mean, I kind of like this one. But I'm not really sure. We don't need no song? Okay. I mean, I do kind of like this one, though. You like this one? We could keep this one, I mean. By the way, there's currently about 60 dialogues for the Rebellion campaign. Oh, that's very cool, SV. Nice. If you do a stream on the weekdays, it may be a little late. That's fine, Isaac. They'll probably go a little bit longer, especially the variety streams. Well, if Rathmar wants a song, we'll stick with this one. For me, no song is a little more realistic. I think I'm going to keep this one, though. It just adds a little bit of extra interesting sound for the player to chew on. Should there be some fog out here? Otherwise, it's just about done. Fog or no fog? Or should we change the time of day a bit? We'll mess around with this. Kind of like this, but this actually makes it look a lot more gray. This does more match up with Eagle's original vision for the map, so... No fog, it's fine, okay. Eagle's original vision was a lot darker. This may be a bit of a compromise now. Isaac says fog. What I could do is just up the fog to like medium. Again, going for that compromise. Yep, I think just about done, to be honest. Why don't we play through it and see how it runs? But if that's done, then I think we're pretty much done renovating the map, so awesome. Just waiting for it to load back in, folks. This has been an epic journey to renovate Osiris Station. Scodian Squad gets the shine soon. Yes, I'll probably... Do you mean you want me to show it on stream? If so, I could show it on a variety stream, but I don't know if that's necessarily... I mean, if I'm done with the map, I don't know why I would randomly show off a workshop item. I mean, it could be on the next variety stream. I don't know. The ending for my campaign is dark. Pretty cool, Antonio. Like, oh, don't crash, don't crash, don't crash. Just gonna wait for it to respond. Please do not crash. So, Antonio, you're still working on that campaign where you take over galaxies or something like that? Is that the idea? Maybe add details on the ground below outside the hangar bay door, because it'll be weird to look out the door and see flat ground. That is true. It's supposed to take place really high up, though, Isaac. Maybe I could just add some very dense fog out there. Why is this going so slowly? What on earth? We're at 43% here. 44? Holy moly. What did you guys see that was so performance intensive about this map? 45? What? Surely it will pick up the pace. Surely. I don't understand. This is weird. I've never had this happen to me before. The game is actively fighting against my attempts to complete making the map. Oh, the generators. That's probably a good idea. I'm going to delete the generators then. Sad to say, but I think I'm going to have to. Because it says it's generating navigation data. And I'm guessing each one of those generators does a slight change to the navigation data of different units. Oh, that's brutal. Oh, the navigation data. No, no. 4 generators, each one containing thousands of guard towers. Oh my. Well, let this be a lesson to you, I suppose. It's a learning experience. Oh, you can climb them, of course! Of course! And that messes with the unit's navigation data. That's how most of my maps load. Sorry, SV. I like how SV made a joke saying he controlled 1,000 trillion quintillion solar systems and 5 bajillion galaxies in 2 universes. And then Jazz says, that's weak numbers. Like, we will be here for a while now. Hopefully once it's loaded in, what I can do is go back to custom battle editor. And, gosh, I don't want to lose my progress, but if it ends up taking too long, I will. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was going to be a problem. I actually have them in another project. Alright, and this has not happened before. That's odd. Okay. Well, what do you think? Should I close out of Ancient Warfare 3 and come back in? Or should I wait for this to finish and just stick it out? I mean, what do you want to talk about here? We've got a little bit of time. What are you all working on? That's a very good question, Isaac. I don't know why people are so focused on controlling so much stuff and being all-powerful. That's not fun or interesting most of the time. I'll just stick it out. Alright, here, so we're at 62%. They can be prison cells. That's a good idea, Michelle, but I'm not going to keep them in. Because of this problem. Well, Swagman, SV was joking when he said he owned a universe. He was kind of poking fun at people who focus so much on the Beach House lore about being all-powerful and controlling so much stuff and being just lord of the universe and stuff. Like, for example, Antonio has this whole campaign where he's taking over the world and all these armies and stuff. And I've said numerous times that's not what I want to be the general feeling of the Beach House lore. So it's become more of a meme. I'm working on trying to figure out what type of map to make. I have no ideas. I got ideas, but no layouts. Okay. Well, good luck on that then, Dr. Bright. Steam Wars is consuming my time for the past few days. Also good to the company they're building. Okay, SV. I do hope you finished that. You're near the end from what I understand. Oh yeah, Isaac, you made a generator to help power the vault. Yeah, cool. Well, if we ever finish this map here, I'll be able to go back to the Beach House world and the Arena Plateau and put in some new prefabs. Why don't I just do that on stream today? It's fine with me. My campaign is now a meme. The idea of trying to control everything is a meme, Antonio. Because that's not what I'm going for. Like, why would you see this sort of collaborative community with the world and then think I want to control all of it? That thought process, not saying that that's the exact thought process that you had, but that thought process has become a meme based on what we've seen happen. All I know is I want the player to be a fire support officer. That's cool, Dr. Bright. Always a good choice. Fire support officers are very strong and powerful and noble and do everything correct. I'm not trying to control everything. Oh, I know you aren't, Isaac. I didn't say that you were. I'm just saying the concept of that is more or less a meme. That's what it means when somebody says something like, I control 1 billion universes. That's what it's getting at. Dr. Bright, no! He will control everything. You need my unit? Oh no, you need me alive. Oh, okay, well. Okay, yeah, sure. Alright. Okay, here we go. 79, we're getting close now. Once I'm done, I'm going to take out these generators, save the map, try loading it back in, and if it still does this, I'll be foiled. Hopefully once the navigation data is done, we'll be able to go by very quickly. Oh yeah, here we go, compiling scripts. Alright, alright. But navigation data doesn't need to load for the custom battle editor, so it's fine. Oh my! That's gotta be it. Oh my. Okay, let's go. I guess let's try and play this to completion. And hope for the best. Oh my! What is this lag? Are the squads lagging it that much? Oh gosh. Maybe we'll have to add a cap of the number of units that can be alive in this map. Here they come. Sergeant Wilson, no! He died again. He's doomed to die. Looking at the generators also seems to lag you out. Yeah. I'll get rid of him. We must hold them. Yeah, this is just as intense as the original version now. Very cool. Hold them back. Oh my. The lag. The lag. I died. So I'm going to... Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back into the custom battle editor. Get rid of the generators. Add a cap on unit spawns. And slightly up the time that takes for an enemy squad to spawn. Because I think they were almost too strong just then. Okay, now it's not going to need to load navigation data when I go into custom battle editor, I don't think. Which is why it should hopefully take a little bit less time. Hopefully. Yeah. Okay. Look at how deceptive it is. Like, it makes you think that you can keep them in. That's quite evil of them. Generators are the hidden villains of Ancient Warfare 3. Look at this. I have to manually select them. Wow. Generators are a bad idea, huh? Select them all. Select them all. And it's not even making a dent. Oh, no. Oh no. Should I just do this? It'll just be fast if I do it this way. Yeah. Okay. And now I'm going to up the time it takes for a squad to spawn, and then we'll be just about done. And you know what? You know what? This is just going to be metal. There's not going to be anything there. It's just going to be metal. People who know will know what used to be behind these walls. But I think I'm just going to make it metal. It's not worth the trouble. Object count is only 1,800. But if I'm going to put down 4 more generators down in the corner of the map. See what it brought it up to. And then delete them again, of course. Generator. 1, 2, 3, 4. Brought it up to... Yeah, see, it's not even that many objects, but I think because they all have ladders on them, it really messes up the navigation for units, which really destroys the load time. But anyway, it's gone now. Whew, learned my lesson on that. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to see if units are capped. We're going to see a red unit count. And if that is less than... Let's see what it starts at. Oh, wait, I guess it starts at 1, huh? If it's less than... 150, then they won't spawn. Just as a capping measure. If that integer is less than... Or, sorry, smaller than... Smaller or equal than 150, then you can spawn in this new squad. And I'll just take this concept and quickly apply it to the others. And then, hopefully, this will be good and playable and completed. Alright, alright. Boom. Red unit count. Just going to grab this whole thing, place it there, and yeah. If true, get that. Alright. And then, one more time now. One more time. Just over here. If true, get the red unit count, and if it equals less than 150, then you can spawn them in. Part 2 of the Darkened Keep is already up to 15 subscribers. Epic. Oh yeah, I saw that. I'm definitely going to look at that on the next variety stream too. Yeah, very cool stuff. Alright, just about done. And now we're going to try this one last time. Then we'll be done with it. One final attempt. Saved. No generators. Destruction is all off. Pressing play, everybody. Hopefully it doesn't take a long time. Enjoy the rest. Oh, okay. See you later, Recipe. Thanks for tuning in. Nice to have you here. Let's cross our fingers on the navigation, everybody. Hopefully it doesn't take that long. Please tell me. Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. Don't stop. Yeah, there we go. See, it must have been the generators. So weird. So weird. Let's go, Sergeant Wilson. Come on now. We're going to fall back. Okay. Come on now. Very, very close to completing this map. I think if this playtest goes well, I'll be able to upload it, actually. Force fields are down. More enemies are coming. Yep. Here they come. Come on, Wilson. Come on. Get behind cover. I can't protect you forever. Here they come. Here they come. Back it up. Back it up. Whoa. He's in the line of fire. No. Sergeant Wilson. I think I'm going to get rid of the nose on that face. I use the nosed version and the non-nosed version interchangeably. Hold them back. Hold them back. I think the droids, like, absorb most of the fire from the enemy, actually. They do a great job with that. Back up, back up, back up. But still, it's super dangerous to be out here, so... We need that backup now! Deliver us our backup immediately! We cannot hold! Thankfully, I have regen. Reinforcements have arrived! Check the bridges! Amazing, yes! Great. Hold them back. We must hold them back. Now, if this was a map that I was making and I had a lot of time on it, I would definitely add a countdown before the reinforcements arrive so the player didn't think they were, you know, doing a last stand or fighting for nothing. I would also add like a bonus, damage bonus for when Wilson died. You've beaten back their attack. Good job. Yay! Great. So that's how it's supposed to all go down, pretty much. Pretty much. I also think I'm going to have I think one last thing I'll do is have it cut off the supply of enemy troops from the main spawn area once the reinforcements arrive, so they can stop arriving from all directions. And then I'm going to upload this map, because I think I've just about completed the gameplay and visual side of things, so it should be good to upload it to the Steam Workshop. Can you update it after stream? Yeah. You can update it after stream, yeah. I will. I'll do some quality of life things if necessary. Just one quick thing. I'm going to do a global variable called main push. Call it a bool. And then shortly before the reinforcements arrive, we'll make this 45 seconds. Delay of 30 seconds before the enemy troops stop spawning. 35 actually. Set global to deactivated. The main push. And then we'll be done. How long have we been going? We've been going about 2 hours. Okay. Almost done, folks. Main push will be deactivated. And then we'll just go back to this global. The main enemy horde won't attack. Endless loop, okay. Get global. And if main push is deactivated, then it won't spawn. Okay, then it will spawn, sorry. If false, do that. And let's make sure it sets to true after that 35 seconds. Okay, almost done. 35, set it to activated, and we are done. Okay, here we go. We're done. That is Osiris Station, everybody. Quite a neat map. Just gotta figure out a neat way to present it to the Steam audience. What about like this? I think I'll actually take a screenshot from the original. Yeah, from like the main. Okay, from the main lobby. So we're just gonna call this Osiris Station. And let's find the original description of it that Eagle wrote. But wow, we have completed the building of this map, everybody. It took a little bit longer than expected. That's because we had to make sure that we did it right. Now we're going to read the lore behind it. Here we go. I'm just going to use the first line of the story, and then I'll do the exact same format that I did for Fort Barrier, except with Eagles. Sorry, yeah, except with Eagles link. Renovated from the original map by Glorious Eagle. Just got to change the link, and then we'll be done. Okay. Gotta find Osiris Station. Change the biome because there's fungus coming from the ground. Oh, okay, I will. Osiris Station, here we go. That'll be the last thing I do. Let's do that, and we'll get this whole description in case it doesn't save. And actually, we'll just turn off grass. That's all we're gonna do. Actually, I don't mind having the grass on, so it feels a bit overgrown. But I'll keep it off. Okay, here we go. If you're ready, everybody, I think we're going to upload it now, finishing up Osiris Station and putting it on the Steam Workshop. I would definitely appreciate any feedback you're willing to provide about this map so I can improve my renovation skills. But I think it's about done, so I'm going to hit submit now, and you can check it out on your own. A link will be included down in the comments. Alright, it's uploading. Osiris Station. Boom. Should be up there on the Steam Workshop right now. It'll probably take a second to load in, but you'll be able to see it if you are following me on Steam. Let me just check to make sure the link is... Yep, it's up. Osiris Station, okay. Alrighty, well, it's now up. I guess what I'm going to do is save this final version and head back to the Beach House world, folks. This took a little bit longer than expected, but that's certainly not a bad thing. Heading back. Antonio, oh, you know what? Jess is not on the server. Hey, Jess, we have a server where you can talk to Antonio about this as well, if you'd like to coordinate the planning of this campaign. I'll post it in the comments section as well if you want to talk about it on a Discord server as opposed to in this chat. Anyways, let's actually first lower our graphics, and then it'll be good to hit play and do my outro. I'm not actually going to add any prefabs on this stream. I think I'll have it happen between streams as per usual. I think that'll probably just end up being the best way to do things. But for next time, there are several new prefabs from several different people. There's one by, hang on. I think, okay, we saw Michael's. Antonio made a new prefab. Lan made a new prefab. And AP, who made that Good of the Company map a while back, also made one. So that all that new stuff will probably end up being at the Arena Plateau. And also, Isaac made a generator for the Beach House, and specifically for the Vault, which is exciting as well. That will be all shown in the next time around. In the next variety stream, there will be an advancement of the Tomebinder lore, so be sure to join the next variety stream if you get the chance, because exciting stuff should be happening. Alright, I guess I'm going to head out here, where Celestia is hanging out with the pig. How's it going, man? Seems to be going okay, looking out into the sunset. Put the generator prefab in the server if you need. Okay, thank you, Isaac. It will be added in time for the next variety stream. Which, by the way, I am planning for the next variety stream to be either tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern or Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern. The hope is for tomorrow, but if it ends up not working out that way, then it'll definitely be on Tuesday. I'll keep you updated on that if you want to check the Tomebinder server or the comments of this stream should have that as well. There'll be a lot of information down in my pinned comment of this stream, so if you're interested at all in anything like that, be sure to check it out. But thank you, everybody, because a big way you're supporting me is just by watching this stream. You can also, if you'd like to, leave a like and subscribe, or if you want to get notified when I renovate more maps, or just make maps in general, you can always follow my Steam Workshop, especially because Creed vs. Rust is going to come out hopefully tonight. I updated my prefab so the QRF guy's dialogue makes more sense. Okay, I'll put it in there for the next stream, Dr. Braid. Thanks for letting me know. But yeah, thanks for watching once again. Next stream should be tomorrow. Might be another video up fairly soon, but not certain. I still have to record NG's campaign, so I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. See you later.